Hey everybody! Wow, it's been a while. It's been a while, but I've really been keeping myself busy, and I'm sorry about that. I know I lost my momentum, but I'm gonna build it back through this now. And honestly, I need to set more timers for these videos too. It's been like 2 days worth of videos I haven't been posting, which is fucking bad. But we're here now, and we're gonna make up for it. And honestly, I feel as though this video is important to make it now, especially where I'm at in my life currently. It's really important for me to make. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my monitors. Um, Sorry, I'm gonna keep discussing this while I'm adjusting my monitors, but I've recently, over this past like month or two, really been dissecting what makes me me, more so just dissecting my trauma in a sense. So what went on with me when I was a kid, which I'm sure if any of you guys have watched my previous videos, you guys would have known what I went through as a kid, and how it affects me on my day-to-day life today. And I'm using this as an opportunity for people to reflect and explore their traumas from when they were a kid. But essentially, I feel as though this video needs to be about how I'm going to be approaching my trauma in my work and all of that. So let's take it back about 5 years or so. I'm 19 or so, and I decided I really wanted to improve my life. And so I do that. I get all the friends I could have wished for. I managed to eventually get a partner. I run a marathon. I work at some prestigious companies. I really start leveling myself up, and I'm very proud of myself for it. And it makes me very happy to do these things. But honestly, hold on, I'm going to reduce the volume of the music I'm listening to. But in all honesty, let's think here. Sorry, I'm kind of, again, these videos only really go out in one take, so you gotta be patient here. Well, I do all these things, but yet I'm still angry. And I'm angry at the people who would have treated me wrong or bullied me in the past or made me feel as though I was lesser because of me being, I guess autistic, you know what I mean? So I held resentment for a long time, but slowly that resentment would dissipate from people and then would go back to one person, and that person would have been a partner I had a while back. And just recently I decided to let go of the anger towards that, and mainly it's towards rationalizing their actions, not trying to justify it but rationalizing it, because those same people that would have bullied me, isolated me, made me feel as though I was lesser, those people just were not educated enough to understand that there are people, other people than them in this world. Other people that, need more patience or more time and more love. And while dissecting this trauma and dissecting my anger towards these people, I found that love is really the most powerful force of just like our human nature. Because a lot of our issues come from the hate we have for one another. And sadly, we're in a society, we're in a world where, I know we live in a society, but we live in a world where a lot of the times the reciprocating force does not want love back or does not give love back. So we feel as though providing love to them is, fruitless. You know what I mean? But that's besides the point. Really, what this comes down to is I took my time and I learned that the people that were bullying me and outcasting me were the same people that just weren't educated enough to provide love to someone like me. They would rather have taken something easy, which, fuck it, like, do what you want to do. Same thing with that ex-partner. I'd realized that, instead of taking the time to actually love me and take care of me, instead that person would retreat into a life of their own, hiding in their own little bubble. Because in all honesty, I've never seen any of my ex-partners ever anywhere on the street. I've never seen them anywhere in the city. I've never seen them anywhere at a social gathering. I've never seen them anywhere. And it really goes to show that these people that I knew were a part of They were like kind of centralized. They were kind of like in an environment where they didn't like going out, you know. And I realized a lot of people don't like going out. They don't like living for themselves. This is mostly evident when I went to a listening party downtown for Joji's new album, and I listened to it early before the release. And I would go downtown. Okay, this song off the album is not that good. Hold on, I'm gonna play here. Here, so I'd go there, and I would initially think that this partner would be there because that partner loved Joji's music. And what's strange is that while thinking about, while dissecting the trauma that, that brought upon me in my life, I sat there and I realized that despite that, she won't be there. This person that I know loves Joji far more than I do will not be there. And how did I know that? It was because, if they were to date me, associate with me at that time, and the version of me I was then would have been someone who avoided social interaction and avoided going out and pursuing what he believed was his rightful duty and his, what made him happy, then she wouldn't do that either. And I was fucking proven right, because I would wait there, count every single head in that fucking release party when they were walking out. Not one person even looked similarly to that person I dated in the past. And I realized that, yeah, everything I'm thinking is fucking right. I was validated very easily in that moment. So now I'm at a place where my ex-partner does not upset me. The people that I grew up with don't upset me. I'm now angry at the world. And I'm angry at the world because I was, not given the same opportunities as others. And that gets me really upset. And really, I just think I'm tired because I love what I'm doing now. My work went from being like a vendetta towards these people to now being something where I can value myself. I look back and I see I ran a marathon. I'm trying to get good at deadlock. And I can see monetary, avenues for all of these things. I can get into deadlock coaching if I'm good. I can get into weightlifting coaching if I'm good too, like a personal trainer. I can, if I am good enough, I get into that too. Then if I get my physique together, I can sell myself better at lifeguarding clubs and pools. And then, I have a variety of different options I can do. But I think right now I'm very mellowed out and tired because I'm at a place where I need to monitor a lot of shit in my life. I need to monitor me doing my computer science homework on top of my film homework, on top of me eating 3 meals a day, which, I need to make sure I'm eating healthy nowadays. Going to the gym 5 times a week, just constantly on my ass about these things. And if I could do that, I can succeed. But I really sat down and thought why I'm doing this, and it's transcended from something that, was fueled by anger, but now is fueled by, just me existing, and I'm just kind of existing now, and I'm enjoying my life. It's very quiet, but I'm enjoying it. Though I feel that sometimes I can allow that anger to come through, and I'm still trying to process it, but I think I'll take it back to what I was saying initially about me running away from these problems. And it's nothing to do with the partner, it's nothing to do with the country I'm living in, but it was to avoid responsibility and avoid accountability. Actually, people can call me weird for this. I go to Gemini for a bit to discuss these things because, it's literally a chat bot, and I obviously keep away from personal details. It said something really good. It said something really important. It says that I gave myself permission to stop trying. If I were to have went and left this all behind, I would have just stopped trying for a bit. And right now, I feel like I've been trying 24/7. For the past 3 weeks, I've been going hard 24/7. I have been, if it's not working on learning how to get better at deadlock, which just like, I eat shit, sleep, breathe, fucking deadlock. Everything in my life is deadlock. And I come home, it's deadlock playing. When I have time off my classes, it's deadlock playing. When fucking, thing, it's always deadlock, 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 deadlock. I could never get away from deadlock, even though I love the game so much. On top of that, I'm doing computer science work and my film homework and just so much, you know? But honestly, I sit down and sometimes think about it. Why is the little Uzi tape? Hold on. The little Uzi tape is getting pushed out on my bedside. I'm back. But anyways, I look back on this and I think realizing that just means I need to stop trying just for a little bit. Whether it be I just watch a show, get some nice food in, just chill out and relax for a bit. Because despite me believing that this is the most volatile point of my life, I'm still a human being, which still has, a human, like a mental battery, and I'm fucking exhausted. And really, this is the longest I've ever told the story of me being tired and went into a lot of personal, you know, knowledge about me being tired. But regardless, it was really important. It's really important for me to get this out because I feel as though there's a lot of people who believe or think the same way I'd think, So I really wanted to improve on how I'm feeling with these things and how I'm approaching them. But jeez, it's been 7 days. But just letting you know, I'm gonna keep posting. This isn't the end, and I'm gonna keep going. I love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. Take care of yourselves, boys and girls. I'm back to posting regularly. I love y'all. Peace out.